Ba-da-da-da.
Random chat person, random viewer guy.
I actually don't have a participants list because I'm streaming from my phone, so whoever you are, welcome to this. I'm just driving right now. Ah! What are you doing? You're not a police officer. You're not allowed to direct traffic. You need to be licensed for that. What you just did is a crime. Like, actually a crime. Doesn't matter if you're a construction worker on an active site or not. At least in the state of Hawaii, only the police can direct traffic. Uh-oh. The cop's turning around. He's gonna go after somebody. Oh, baby. Oh, they must have been called. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, Chris, what's the point of this stream? What are you doing? Right now, I'm basically testing the mount system that I have in the car for long-term driving while streaming. And right now, what I'm finding is that it's not tight enough. It's a bit too jiggly. So what I'm going to have to do is make some sort of support for the bottom of the phone. Maybe cut something out of wood or something. And make like feet that wedge themselves between the phone and the dashboard. And the reason why I'm doing this is for the Island Drive that's coming up. Now, we haven't scheduled it yet, but basically here's what's going to happen. At some point, we're going to get a bunch of friends together, Kelly and I, and we're going to take our cars and we're going to drive what's called Kamehameha Highway. Kamehameha Highway circles the island, if not entirely, nearly so. We tried to do an island drive a few years back, but unfortunately we started too late in the day, and we weren't able to complete it. We ended up cutting out, I think, in Kaneohe. We ended up back on the main roads, and we cut back in on the Pali Highway towards central Oahu again, which took us back into Pearl City and Mililani. So, somewhat a success. We did about 3/4 of the island from our starting location, which would have been technically Haleiwa, because Mililani is central to the island, so we couldn't really count that as part of the drive. So what I'm looking into right now is timing. When are there a lot of people online, who would be attracted by something like that? So right now, I've had a total of 1 viewer, so it's unfortunate, but maybe a live stream event isn't the best event for the island drive. Now, that's not to say that we're not going to stream occasionally during the island drive, because we will. But keeping my phone alive long enough to stream the entire island drive will be a challenge. Because streaming like this, if it's even available by the time we do the island drive, thanks to YouTube's skewed politics and decision-making abilities, if streaming is still available, keeping my phone alive while streaming is going to be a task. So what I'm trying to decide is if it's worth it to, go out and literally buy 3 expensive power banks to keep this device alive long enough to stream the entire island drive, or at least what we can, service permitting, because even Verizon doesn't cover the entire island. So what the was that maneuver? I mean, I guess that was legal? Maybe? Whatever. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. What it might just end up being is a large-scale vlog. So we might just go out with the hand cams. We got about 2 or 3 of them. We might just go out with those and record, and then I'll edit together a massive video showcasing events that we may attend, if any. We're definitely not going to be going to the Polynesian Cultural Center. I was actually surprised that somebody asked me about the Polynesian Cultural Center in stream. I'm assuming that was somebody who had been here on vacation before. But what your parents probably didn't tell you is that the Polynesian Cultural Center is expensive as hell. It's a tourist trap. Everything's expensive there. The food, I think a bottle of water is like $4. That might be an exaggeration. Don't quote me on that. But it's expensive. And we've all already done it multiple times throughout our careers at school because it was a popular field trip destination while we were in school. So we don't really have any reason to stop there. And depending on the day that we go, the Polynesian Cultural Center might even be closed. So, yeah, it might just be a large-scale vlog with highlights from maybe 2 or 3 different camera views. I'm not entirely sure yet. It depends who comes. It could just be Kelly and I. Just so we can get out and do our own thing, or we might invite friends. I'm not entirely sure. If we do invite friends, it's gonna be another couple. So probably J and K, who you might be familiar with from my PUBG series and Overwatch series, actually. Both of which need more posting, so stay tuned for that, because I need to get back into both those games. Anyway, Fortnite as well. I haven't even posted a Fortnite highlights yet. Anyway, yeah, so it's been nice if you used your blinker, dude. Then I would have known you were getting off. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we are right now. So streaming while driving, or at least streaming this early in the morning, because if we want to actually make it around the whole island, we're going to have to start about this early. Now, I should explain something. It's not actually possible to circle the island because part of the freeway is, or part of the highway is missing. It was wiped out by the ocean years and years and years ago. Way before my time. Maybe even, well, my parents were kids back then. You know, the 70s or 80s or something. That part of the freeway or the highway was wiped out by the ocean. So, We're not actually going to be able to like start in Waianae and then end in Waianae. You know, there's going to be a point where we do have to hop back onto the freeways. So what we might do is start in Haleiwa, end in Haleiwa, because I think that's possible. Or we might start in Honolulu, end in Honolulu. We're gonna drive around. You know, we're not really gonna be concentrating on making an actual circle. So we're not gonna just go like, you know, Haleiwa and then drive around Hawaii Kai and then, you know, come back through Honolulu and then go back to Haleiwa just to make a circle, because that's no. Especially if we invite Jamie and Carly and they're in their car. This car takes premium gas. Premium gas. Anyway. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that to him. The other thing that I'm kind of worried about is that if we start early enough, we might not be able to include some of the things that we want to include into the... Ooh, that was a pothole. Barely missed it. We're not going to be able to include some of the things that we would want to include into the video. So, like, for me, I would love to include Surfing Salsa, which is a food truck in Haleiwa. It's hands down my favorite Mexican restaurant in the state. I haven't even been to all islands, and I can tell you that there ain't going to be one that beats it in this state. But if we leave, say, 7:30 a.m., by the time we meet up with J and K and get everything together and head out, Surfing Salsa might not be open yet. So that's a worry. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. This is going to be a large-scale event, that's why. Because, I mean, it's not going to be a lot of people. The original Island Drive, I think we had 5 cars. This one, it's probably just going to be one. It's probably just going to be Kelly and I. If not, Kelly, myself, J, and K. And even then, it would still be just one car. It would still be this one. We might stop at the beach and jump in the ocean. I don't know. I am unsure. But yeah, that video will come out eventually. I'm assuming we're going to shoot it sometime in the summer. So, January, February, March, April, May, June, May, July. I don't know where the seasons are. Shut up. The reason why I don't know where the seasons are is because I live in Hawaii. It's all the same. I don't even know what season it is right now, but there's the sun. It's right there. Blue skies, 80-something degrees all year. That is a double white line, sir. Shame on you. Is the shoulder lane open right now? Well, I guess it is. All right. Oh, you just made a very big mistake. Single occupant vehicle just went into the zipper lane. Ooh, that's gonna be a hefty fine if you get caught. I think it's like $400 something now. Because the state needs money. What better way to get money than to raise the fines for all the traffic violations in the state where people barely know how to drive? Oh man. Oh. Well, anyway, this experiment was informative. I'm probably going to do this for a few more days to get average numbers. It seems like 7 to 8 o'clock might be a little bit too early for the people who watch my stream. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.